G'day guys, Josh Huggett here from Huggett Media, and welcome to another episode of Tog Talk, a weekly segment where we go through everything wedding photography. I answer your questions. We talk about wedding photography stuff. We have a bloody good time doing it. Today is a question straight from our Facebook group chat. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, make sure that you do. We're starting a little wedding photography cult. It's got a little time. You can click on the I think it's on this side. You can click on that and just join the group. It's a good fun time. We have lots of fun in there and we talk about stuff and we swear and it's good. Join. Today we're answering Kaz's question. How would you go about approaching other photographers to offer to second shoot and build a network in your area? This is something very close to my heart because I run my business a little bit differently than a lot of other wedding photographers kind of in the world. We have an open door policy. If you want to learn how to take photos and become a wedding photographer, come and work with us. We'll bring you to a wedding day, we'll teach you how to do it, and then you can go out into the world and you can become a wedding photographer. Wedding photography, as a general rule, has been full of fuckheads for a really, really long time. And I've tried to keep it this like closed, gated community where, you know, you can't really enter and you have to go through all this fucking like weird, you have to like really kiss ass to kind of like get the opportunity to second shoot to then maybe get paid. Like, we don't. Just come and hang out, man. If you want to learn how to be a wedding photographer, you are more than welcome to attend any wedding with myself, so long as it's okay with the couples, obviously. But we'll bring you along and teach you and you can have a good time. I feel like this whole gatekeeping around wedding photography needs to kind of end. There's heaps of weddings in the world. We don't need to hoard them all to ourselves. So we have an open door policy. And again, we operate a little bit differently than everybody else. For the other 99.5% of wedding photographers in the world, first thing's going to be, I would probably be Instagram DM. I'd be sending them a message being like, hey, so-and-so, really love your work or whatever. I'd love the opportunity to come and work together, or I'd love the opportunity to second shoot for free, or maybe not even second shoot for free. A lot of real fucking snooty, I'm going to try so hard not to shit on the entire industry here, but they're going to want you, especially in America, it seems like a heaps fucking American thing, where they want you to like come on as an assistant first. Come and carry my bags. You're not fucking worth taking pic. This has changed. This has gone from how do you become a second shooter to Josh shitting on the wedding photography industry again. But they're going to want you to be like an assistant first, where you just carry their camera bags or you carry their light stands. I think that's a crock of shit, but that's something that you may need to do depending on where you are in the world, where you won't even be able to take photos. I think that's fucked. Actually, change my answer. If somebody says you can only carry my camera bag, fuck them off. Not worth the time. Find somebody that's actually like going to bring you in and help you and like kind of take you underneath their wing. Send them a message on Instagram. Hey, I'd love to come and help out for free. Is there any chance I can do that? From there, that's where you would start building your relationship. Trying to go and attend a few weddings with them. Seeing if they're able. But I would just be reaching out to everybody in your local area that you like their work. Obviously, you have to like their work and their personality, because otherwise, if you're going to come in and you're a Josh, but you're going into a wedding and there's someone completely different, then you're just going to clash and it's not going to be a good time. So you need to make sure that you're actually reaching out to people that kind of align with who you are as a photographer and how you operate your business. But once you've done that, being someone that gets a lot of emails asking for people to come and work, I would much rather you message me on Instagram so I can immediately see your portfolio or who you are as a person, or just like you, rather than an email where then I have to go and do extra work of like getting the email, going to find your Instagram or whatever. Just make it as easy as possible for the person. That's probably another borrow some of your gear. Can I ask heaps of questions on the day? Can I use all these photos for my portfolio? Can I do all of this? You're just putting too many hurdles in. If you just want to learn and second shoot, first wedding I would probably shoot and wouldn't even bother asking about portfolio. Just be like, hey, can I come and shoot for you for free so I can see how you run a wedding day? You can have all the photos. If you want to use any, you can. Other than that, I just want to practice photography and editing. Done. That way you're giving value to the photographer. You're not asking anything in return. That way they're going to be more inclined to be like, yeah, sure, come along. Like, you're not just using me for portfolio, which happens a lot. Then from there, ask again, maybe a couple of times, see if they'll have you out. That way you're practicing, you're getting better, you're learning what to do on a wedding day. And then maybe you can be like, hey, I know I've shot 3 or 4 weddings with you now. would I be able to use some of these photos for my portfolio down the line, like looking at starting an Instagram or whatever. That way you're not just using the photographer. As soon as you're like, hey, can I come and shoot photos for my portfolio? No. It's an instant no. Can I come and shoot photos for my website? No, you can't. You're just using us as a piggyback for your own business. So you kind of have to word that first initial email really, really carefully. Otherwise, you're just not going to get a reply. And like, we have an open door policy, but if I can tell that you're just using us for your own benefit, like, even though we know you're using us for your own benefit, if you're so blasé about it and you're like, hey, can I just come and shoot photos of my portfolio? Probably not, man. Like, we got a lot to do on a wedding day, let alone you coming in and trying to like change that and like do whatever you want to do. But that's what I'll be doing. Start out on Instagram, send them a message. Hey, can I come and shoot for free? You can have the photos. I just want to learn how to take photos. Great. Easy. And then you're going to build your relationships. A lot of people won't reply. Some people will reply. And then you start your wonderful journey into wedding photography. Or alternatively, you could just be like me and I've never second shot for anybody ever. First time I ever really second shot was in Peru, but even then I kind of main shot at the same time. So that's entirely up to you. Yeah, literally never second shot. Ever. Just kind of booked and shot weddings and did stuff. And now we're here. So have a fantastic day. If you've got any questions that you would like answered in Tog Talk, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below, or jump into the Facebook group and then leave them like once a week. I'll put a post up, hey, it's Tog Talk Tuesdays, put in your questions. And then you put your question in and then we answer them and we film them. So make sure that you do that. Until then, I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.